Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is April and tonight we're having fun for supper. Actually, I didn't make a very big supper tonight. I just made chicken and noodles. And my husband actually got out some bread and butter, which is weird because he never does that. So I guess that's his way of saying I didn't make a big enough supper. So anyhow, I know it's kind of an evening. I haven't put on any makeup today, and I'm actually still in my pajamas. And what's weird is when I first got married, I used to wear skirts and stuff all the time. I mean, I dress casual, but nicer. And I know you might think, oh boy, you got married and you just let yourself go. But actually, my husband's casual, and I think he prefers me casual. So I guess if your husband tells you, hey, you look beautiful like this, I prefer this, believe him. But anyhow, I was going to talk to you guys about a video, or a couple of videos I've been watching. And it came from a conversation I was having with my husband. Usually I watch political videos, or I watch like housewife type videos. I just love to watch those too. Actually, political are my favorite. But we were talking about flirting and jealousy. And is there such a thing as harmless flirting? And so I was watching some videos, and as you can imagine, there's all different opinions. Some people are like, yeah, I have flirted. It's no big deal, or my spouse does. I don't care as long as it doesn't get like sexual or out of hand. And then there were some people that were like, well, if you're flirting, that means you're taken away from what you're doing you should be flirting with your spouse, and you should talk to them. Maybe you're missing something in the relationship. And if you talk to them, maybe they feel the same. And then I got looking into videos about jealousy. As actually, YouTube has kind of videos for everything. Anything you look for is there pretty much. And I seen some videos about something called retroactive jealousy. So I'm going to try these noodles. Are they very hot? It turned out pretty good. I never measure. And they'll be packed on the packet, this much water, this much this. And I always just kind of wing it and take a chance. This time it turned out okay. There's been times it hasn't. But I guess retroactive jealousy is when you have, like you and your person you're going out with, you've had the talk, about your past and this and that. And they said sometimes you might have never had retroactive jealousy before. And just for some reason with this person you have. And sometimes your past is more colorful than theirs. But you still will suddenly get to where you're like almost having movie pictures in your mind of, oh, well, they this with them, they that. And next thing you know, you're asking them questions all the time. And the guy I was watching, I think his name was John Stockhill. He was talking about, you need to kind of, it's your problem. It's not your partner's problem, your spouse's problem. This is something you have to deal with. And there's people in the comments that were like, yeah, I've been married to my wife for this many years. We have kids and I still have trouble with her past. I still, but he says a lot of people say, well, is it okay if I just ask one more question? Because he says, stop asking questions. And he said, no, if you're asking that, you probably already asked too many questions. So I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I've never heard of that before. And it's just weird that it can be something you've never had with anyone else. He says it usually doesn't come until you start getting feelings. Like if you've had the talk before, you don't think that real serious. He goes, sometimes you don't have it. And then you start getting feelings and suddenly you're getting all this jealousy. But I don't know. Have any of you ever had like retroactive jealousy to where, the person's past, even if it wasn't even anything more than yours and not a big deal, just drove you crazy? And also, do you think there's such a thing as giving too much information? Like if you're with somebody and you're talking to them, you don't have diseases or anything like that, like, to tell them about, is it okay to just say, yeah, I dated this person, and if you had a wild time in your life, are you obligated to talk about that? Or should you not talk about that? And I I was never a jealous person before. I went with the same person. I was with him for 15 years. And I don't know if it's because we were both young when we got together, and he had moved from Chicago to Sioux City. So I didn't really have to meet his ex-girlfriends. And except for my kid's dad, I didn't really have a history. And so maybe that was why. And then when I got with my late husband, we didn't really have jealousy problems. But then with the husband I have now, I have had jealousy problems. And my daughter said, "What is going on, Mom?" She goes, "You were never jealous before." And I think a part of it is sometimes too much information. And I think with my husband, like, he was trying to be honest with me, because with his first wife, he didn't really tell her a lot, and then a family member did. And then she got really mad. And so they were married for 20 some years, and this was earlier in the marriage. But then after they broke up, he was single for quite a while, and then when he got with me, he thought, well, I'm not going to make that mistake again. And instead, I think he made the mistake of telling me too much. Because, I don't know, I'm a person who, I want to know maybe something, but too much, I don't know. Maybe I just can't deal with too much. So how do you feel about that? Do you feel like, I want to know everything? If you used to go have threesomes and orgies, I want to know about it. Or are you just kind of like, just tell me the basics and I'm fine? So, I don't know. These things just make me curious how other people handle it. Because, like I said, until now, I haven't had it. And so when I had it, it was such a surprise to me. My husband thinks I'm such a weirdo because I use a straw on my pop. And I think he thinks I'm even weirder because it's a reusable straw. Maybe that's why I'm jealous. Maybe I think, oh, my husband thinks I'm weird because none of his other girlfriends ever use those straws. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think there's such a thing as too much information? Or how do you feel about it? My husband, he also believes that harmless flirting doesn't matter. And I think there was a time where I would have thought that too, but I guess since I have had to deal with this problem with the retroactive jealousy, like every little thing is like, what was that? What was, you start looking for things, maybe things that aren't even there. And so I've been trying, I think, and that's also why I've been watching these videos. I'm like, what has been wrong with me? And actually, they have really helped me out a lot. I kind of discovered, you're worried about a lot of stuff that really you shouldn't be worried about. So, but anyhow, I would like to hear from everyone else, your opinions, your thoughts on this, if you've ever gone through it. And I guess that's it. I'm going to finish eating my supper. These noodles are pretty good, and I'm trying to be polite and not be shoveling them down on camera, but kind of hungry. So I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching my channel. And if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would be great. Okay, bye.